Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video. In this one, I'm going to be doing my ultimate guide to the brand new Titanium Trials event here in Call of Duty Warzone. So if you guys weren't already aware, a little bit earlier today, at the time of making this video, a brand new in-game event went live in Call of Duty Warzone and it is naturally called Titanium Trials. Interestingly enough, in similar fashion to other in-game events like Mercenaries of Fortune or Rebirth Reinforced, there are 8 separate challenges that you have to complete. And if you actually complete all 8 challenges, you are going to be unlocking the brand new legendary liquid metal camouflage for all weapons in Call of Duty Vanguard. So with that being said, in today's video, I am going to be breaking down and discussing how to complete each of the 8 separate challenges, as well as I am going to be talking about how the brand new mode Titanium Trials will work and how you can succeed while playing it. So with that all being said, guys, if you go on to enjoy this video at any given point in time, make sure you leave a like on it down below, as well as subscribe and turn on post notifications, so that way you guys will not miss any of the latest and greatest Call of Duty news, class ups, intel, and so much more. So yeah, without further ado, let's actually dive right into it. And alright, so to start off today's video, let's take the time and talk about some of the basic things that everyone needs to know about this particular game mode, as well as about this particular event. So interestingly enough, this particular event is called Titanium Trials and it's going to be lasting for 12 days as well as 13 hours at the time of making this one. So effectively, this particular event will be lasting until the very end of Season 4, as in 12 days and 13 hours from now, Season 5 is going to be kicking off. So you have till the end of Season 4 to complete this particular event, and of course this particular event actually ties into the mid-season update with the whole Terminator Warzone crossover. Now interestingly enough, not only is the event called Titanium Trials, there is actually a brand new game mode which is also called Titanium Trials Endurance, and as you can likely presume, you have to play this particular game mode to complete the challenges. So that means you cannot play Standard Caldera, you cannot play Fortune's Keep, and you cannot play Rebirth Island to complete these challenges. You have to complete them in Titanium Trials Endurance. And that actually segues into the next point that I want to talk about in today's video, and that is what exactly is Titanium Trials Endurance? What is the game mode, how it is going to be working, as well as how it is different from Standard Battle Royale. Now interestingly enough, Titanium Trials is actually an extension or like a newer updated version of the game mode Iron Trials. So if you guys ever played Iron Trials in Warzone, you'll know how Titanium Trials is going to be. But if you haven't played Iron Trials, let me go ahead and break it down. So the official Call of Duty website states, to simulate the toughness of a Terminator model, the maximum base armor threshold will be increased to 200 hit points, with the tempered perk appearing more frequently as ground loot for more efficient armor repairs. Each player begins the game with a self-revive kit, and core health regeneration takes longer to restore, making it a high skill, high time to kill game mode. Titanium Trials features a custom built loot table to support the higher TTK gameplay, including exceedingly rare redacted weapons that are a step more powerful than loadout weapons. There are also fewer overall resources in the map to reward operators who act aggressively towards the opposition, with the cost of loadouts beginning at a higher price point and decreasing through the duration of the match. And additionally, it is worth noting that in Titanium Trials there are no free loadouts, so if you want a loadout, you have to purchase it. You cannot get a free one. So as you guys can tell, Titanium Trials is a pretty hardcore game mode. You have to be good at Warzone if you want to succeed. And with that all being said, let's actually take the time and discuss the 8 separate challenges that you have to complete, so that way you can complete this particular event overall and also get access to the brand new liquid metal camo. So starting off right from the top, let's talk about the first challenge that you have to complete, and it states complete 1 execution in Titanium Trials Endurance. So now this particular challenge does sound pretty daunting. However, there is something that you can do to make this challenge go by a lot easier. So what I would recommend that you do is play a standard match of Titanium Trials. However, when you're actually loading into the game, do not jump out of the plane until the game forces you to jump out of the plane, because what's going to happen is the plane will get to the end of the line and then the game is going to be pushing everyone who hasn't jumped out of the plane onto the actual map itself. So what's going to happen is you are going to be falling with every single AFK player in the lobby, and what happens naturally is those players are going to be hitting the ground. Some of them are going to be dying because they don't have auto deploy for their parachute. However, the people that do have auto deploy, they're going to be AFK, they're going to be on the ground, and you can just walk up behind them and get an execution, and it's really just as simple as that. That's what I did, and it honestly only took me 1 game to complete this particular challenge. And alright, with that being said, let's move on over and talk about challenge number 2, which states revive 10 players in Titanium Trials Endurance. Now, if you guys weren't already aware, Titanium Trials Endurance is actually a quads game mode, so that means you are going to be playing with other players, and honestly, this challenge isn't really that difficult. All you need to do is just revive your teammates, so this one is honestly just going to be happening naturally. However, another thing that you could do is if you are going to be playing with people that you know, just have your teammates like jump off of cliffs and pretty much just hurt themselves until they down, and then you just walk up and revive them. You can do that if you really want to speedrun the process, but once again, this challenge is going to be happening naturally. Now with that being said, let's actually talk about challenge number 3, which states win the gulag 5 times in titanium trials endurance. And once again, this particular challenge is going to be happening naturally. Naturally, you are going to be dying and going to the gulag, and pretty much all you have to do is just put up your best fight in the gulag, play it smart, try to get the win, and if you do that 5 times, you are going to be unlocking this challenge. And one thing that you can do if you want to speedrun the process is play no-fill quads, and then as soon as you get into a game, just like jump off a cliff or something, so that way you'll be sent to the gulag, and then simply try to win your gulag. So with that being said, now let's move on over and talk about the 4th challenge, which states finish in the top 10 one time in titanium trials endurance. Once again, this particular challenge is pretty straightforward. There's nothing special that you have to do. You just need to play it smart. And then moving on over to challenge number 5, it states win 1 time in a titanium trials endurance game. Now, luckily enough, if you do end up winning a game of titanium trials, you are going to be completing this challenge as well as the other challenge at the same time, which is pretty good. And then moving on over, of course, the next challenge states win 2 times in titanium trials endurance. The next one is win 3 times in titanium trials endurance. And then the last challenge is win 4 times in titanium trials endurance. So pretty much half of the challenges over here are just winning games in titanium trials. So that's pretty straightforward. And honestly, the only advice that I can give you guys is if you are going to be going into titanium trials, try to play with people that you know, so that way you can communicate with one another, because titanium trials is a pretty hardcore game mode. A lot of the good players are going to be playing it right now because they want to complete these particular challenges. So with that being said, the only advice that I can really give is play with a team, play it smart, and just play for the win. Don't try to get too many kills or anything, just try to go for the win. So if that means camping in a bush till the end of the game and then doing that 4 times so that way you can get 4 wins, so that way you can complete this particular event, then so be it. That's what you gotta do. And then naturally, of course, once you complete all 8 challenges, you are going to be getting access to the legendary liquid metal camouflage for all Call of Duty Vanguard weapons. So yeah, guys, with that being said, if you haven't already, make sure you comment down below what are your thoughts on titanium trials, what are your thoughts on the particular game mode, as well as what are your thoughts on the actual in-game event. Make sure you comment down below. Also, if you guys have any more specific questions that you want to ask me about this particular in-game event, make sure you comment them down below, because I'm going to be responding to every comment. So if you have any questions, make sure you leave them down below in the comment section. So yeah, guys, with that being said, that's going to effectively wrap up today's video. I hope you went on to enjoy it, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like on it down below, as well as subscribe and turn on post notifications, so that way you guys will not miss any of the latest and greatest Call of Duty news, class ups, intel, and so much more. So thank you once again for watching. I've been your host, Deeper Jungle, and as always, I hope to see you in the next one.
Turn to the front line, but if you lose, you're done. It's time, soldier. Break 'em. It's just you and them. Finish it.